Hi, everyone. Welcome to Total Running Club's latest podcast. And really excited today to be speaking with arguably the most famous runner in Malaysia. This is Azwan Bunjing, also known as awanrunner. I know him as Azwan. I still find it confusing, but today I've been told to call him Awan. So, hi, Awan. How are you doing?
Hi Jeff, how are you? Hope you are doing well.
I'm good. I'm going to start with that question, Awan. Why is it Azwan and Awan?
Okay. One of my school friend had difficulty to pronounce the Z, so he was keep calling me Aswan. So I told him, no, just Aswan, Aswan, and then he just simply like, yeah, I'll just call you Awan lah, easy. And then I said, okay, and then it just sticks.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, you're Azwan, so I'll probably use Azwan. I think for most
All right.
people, they know you as Awan. So
Okay.
I know you're a super fit guy, but when you were young, were you very sporty? Tell me a bit about your younger years and your interests in sport.
Okay, so I started running like quite late, like I was in campus, so that was like 19 years old. So in my school days or when I was a kid, I wasn't like really into sports or something. Just like casual football, those kind of stuff. Some cycling around my neighborhood, just just like that. There's no like oh, he's a talented guy. He's gonna be a athlete or something. That kind of stuff. No, just a casual. Yeah, I started to like running like in school, maybe at the very end of my school days, just to get a,
Okay.
good grade for co-curriculum to get into the university. So I just started. Yeah, and then in university, I was like in campus, I was like looking for something to do, and I thought running was a good activity to start to represent the university in games or something, so it would look good on resume. So I
Mhm.
started joining and also making some quick bucks so that I won't need to survive on Maggie at the end of semester. So since then, running has been quite a serious and regular part of my life.
Okay. So when you're talking about quick bucks, are you talking about prize winnings from races?
Yeah. So when I was
Okay.
campus, you get like 50, 100 here and there, or some food hampers, which is also
Oh.
I'll be very happy at that point of time. It can be a fulfilling
Okay.
reward. Yeah.
Okay, but how do you go from beginning running to winning races? That doesn't happen quickly. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
or did it?
Uh, no. It was a process.
Hmm.
When I was just starting, I didn't know like the proper way of running and stuff. So I was just running around my campus. Like on the day I felt good, I just 2 loops. On the day that I don't feel good, I just run 1 loop, just like that. So, and then I went to inter hostel, inter college competition, and then I met one friend. His name
Hmm.
is Amirul, and he said, "Hey, we should train together. You seem to be very interested, and you have some fitness." And then
Hmm.
he taught me like a bit of running, doing fartleks, tempo run, all that stuff.
Hmm.
But still, I thought like, okay, this is just a campus gig. After campus, I won't be continuing running. So I finished up my during the in my campus days, my friend and myself were training along, and sometimes we join uh, Cik Shahruddin Hashim, Mr. Shahruddin
Hmm.
Hashim. You know, he also taught me a bit. So ending the campus, I had a very good fitness. I was already running like 39 for 10K, 38. Yeah, and then after the campus, I was like looking for a different goal, and I was much more hungry on to gain knowledge, like
Hmm.
what is the things I should do, because I mean, like my friend was teaching. There are people who were telling me what to do and stuff, but I'm much more curious, like why we are doing this.
Hmm.
Is this the best system? Is this the structure that we should be doing? and the information that you are gaining from verbally is just scattered,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so I started to try to find websites, and try to buy books and start reading.
Okay.
So every day when I get into the office, I would start with Runner's World website instead of
Yeah.
checking my email. So 1 to 2 articles, then I start my day. So there's some knowledge enhancing process
Mhm.
there. So I try to implement what are the things that I think might work and not, and
Okay.
that's how. Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to some of those points about what you
Yeah.
think are the most important training tips, perhaps. But
Mhm.
so back to basics. What is it that you actually enjoy about running? Why do you run?
First, in our life, stress involved. So when you go out for a run, you feel like you just feel like shut down from the reality for a bit,
Is that
and
because you're married?
could be. Oh, oh. Yeah, and now I'm working is much more. So running has been helpful in terms of managing that, and
Mhm.
also it gives a sense of achievement when you know that you could run a good time, beating your personal best,
Mhm.
and the most importantly is the health reason.
Mhm.
I want to be healthy when I'm 60, 70 years old.
Mhm.
So I'm worried about my health as well. So that is why I took up running, but it turns out to be much more harm, pain here and there. So yeah, hopefully that's I could maintain a good health. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And a question I always like to ask, regular runners. So when you're doing an easy run, when you're just out for a sort of slow jog, what's in your head? Are you thinking about anything, or are you just zoning out?
Uh, there are times I'm zoning out, but there are times like thinking about what to do at work. Some
Hmm.
planning,
Hmm.
or some nice thing that happens on the route that along the route. Some memories, throwback, that kind of
Hmm.
stuff,
Hmm.
and other things like correcting my form or maintaining it that easy run. Those
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Sometimes listening to podcasts.
Hmm.
So you have something to think about. Yeah, those are the stuff. It's just random. No, like specific ritual.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And obviously, COVID is still around, and it's affected everyone for the last few years. So, how did COVID affect you personally, and how did it affect your ability to keep fit?
Okay. So just before COVID, blow out, I was already like planning for a long rest because I had this plantar fasciitis in both of my
Mm.
leg. So, but it's still you cannot go out. You cannot do some once a week run kind of activity that I was planning to. So it kind of you know. Hinders the fitness maintenance. But I got myself a stationary bike trainer.
Ah,
Just before COVID, I bought a bike, so that I can cycle and stuff because I cannot run anymore.
yeah.
And that comes in handy. So I started to do a lot of rides on Zwift,
Hmm.
those kind of stuff. Did some indoor training, but it's just different feeling from being outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my experience, and starting back from COVID, it was quite heavy. But me and my friends started to plan like time trial so that you have something to look forward. So you have
Hmm.
that motivation, and but the thing is you cannot run in a group at that point of time.
Yeah.
So I started to share like training plans, like started to post in Instagram like what is the week to week training plan.
Mhm.
So I started to follow that, and your friends also following that, and then you have a post discussion, so that kind of keeps you in check, so you won't be started to missing out, and you have a goal that you chase together with your friends. So that kind of helped me to get through and kind of regain back my fitness. Watch out, Jeff. So yeah, so that was the process that I went through, and now we are. It's not like post COVID. I mean, like we are still having this COVID, but now we are, almost getting back to the normal situation. Like it or not, you have to start to accept it as like a normal situation so that you can
Yeah.
move forward. Else you'll be like, scared and just, stay indoor and be, afraid of everything. So, yeah, now it's the acceptance stage. Yeah.
So I think one of the positives, if there is a positive from COVID, has been that a lot more people are focused on their health and also their mental well-being. And there's a huge amount of new runners and new cyclists out on the road.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's really cool to see. So we're looking forward to them participating in races and training. So what advice would you have for someone who now has sort of realized, okay, I've not done much the last couple of years, but I really want to get fit because COVID's taught me I need to be fitter. So how do we encourage these new runners to progress steadily and safely?
Okay, so I think they should start with maybe to have little goals, as in training plan. So if they have a proper training plan, that could get them towards get their process much more safer in a structured manner, because you want to distribute the training load balance, excuse me, so that there's no up and down in the stress that harms the body. So having a training plan would be a good for a start, So that's one of the thing. And don't be harsh and impatient in chasing that goal, So because some of the new runners, they feel like, oh, that's he can run this pace, so probably I can do too. But they forgot that this person has been running for some years, so their training age is quite long compared to those who are just started. Their training age is still young, so they have to be be careful in that kind of approach. So I think that's one of the if there's a mantra that they could hold on in training, it will be like too much, too soon, or too fast. So you want to avoid those kind of approach in the training. Be patient.
I could not agree more with you, Azwan. I think we've all made those mistakes, all of us. In the beginning, we want to do too big a distance too soon. We're excited to try a race, and I'll just sign up for a 42K. It's not fun unless you're fit, and there's a high chance of injury, and nobody wants to be injured. That's always the objective. Yeah, but equally, don't be afraid. I think get out there, give it a go. Join a group maybe where you can get some advice from others. I think that's pretty helpful because we've all kind of been through that learning journey, and we've all made the same mistakes.
That's another good tips, actually, being connected to a running group, so you can learn from each other. So when I was started running last time, I was running alone, so there's no proper approach. That you don't know. There's something called long run. You don't know there's something called interval until you get to know people, so you can talk about. Even I didn't know what is PB, what is LSD. People posting on Facebook. I was like, what is LSD? What is PB? What is PR? But after you join people, you kind of figure out. Yeah. Although I don't know why I didn't Google at that point of time. Yeah. So yeah.
You're showing your age there as well. So now that races are coming back, the Q3 and Q4 of this year, there's a lot of races starting to be announced. So for you, what is your focus? What are you hoping to do for the rest of this year?
I was hoping to do, because I've been like putting the training very structured. There's no much, it compared to before COVID and during COVID. Before COVID, people were like scattered so they see a race, they register. They see a race, and then your racing season is just messed up. You have a race back to back. You have a race like, race break. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But in COVID scenario, if you see, there's a lot of records being broken. There's a lot of if you see in terms of road races and track races, because they can plan and towards peakness much better.
Agreed.
So maybe that's the approach that I should take this time as well. When I identify a race, and I should plan it to peak towards that. So at the moment, I'm trying to get so that I can be peak for KL Standard Chartered, hopefully. So towards that, I would try to participate in track races that is scheduled maybe in July and August, so that it can boost up some confidence, and then get back focus on training again. So that's the approach I would like to try this time. So no more chasing up all the races and try to get some pocket money.
Yeah, no, definitely that is true. We've all been guilty of racing too much and not recovering.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just pocket money. It's the fun of it. You have fun, and then there's a relay coming up, and then you join the relay because you have a lot of fun with it. So this time maybe I'll be gonna be a bit
So
careful.
KL Marathon, which distance are we talking about?
I'm thinking of 10 km. 10 km.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 km. Yeah. I was hoping to do a full marathon in the beginning of the year, but there's some changes in my direction. So I was hoping to do another maybe a bit of duathlon end of this year and early of next year. So I think I'm gonna stick with 10 km and 5 km for now, just to polish up the speed and get better in that distance.
Okay, very good. Good luck with that. I might see you on the start line.
All right.
We'll see. And so you've been cycling a bit as well. I wanted to talk about that. Obviously, that takes up more time, and you need to factor that into your training. Is your cycling just for fun, or are you at a decent level with that as well?
I think my cycling, where it started as fun, just as a cross training, but I think beginning of the year, I started to do some hard sets and try to really improve on cycling for the duathlon selection that held recently. So it's quite a different experience and feeling. Post training, I always feel dizzy, because it's a different kind of strength that it requires compared to running. And I'm still developing, trying to tolerate the pain. Like for running, I'm already used to it. I already know what kind of pain I will be expecting, what kind of feeling that I will expecting post training. But cycling, I'm trying to learn and managing it. Yeah, so it's quite interesting how it has been helpful for my running as well. So I was running like because as you said, cycling takes quite a lot of time. At least 3 hours or 4 hours if you include all the setup, a bit of travel and here and there and all that stuff. So but my running is quite simple. It's just you wear a shoe and go out and run. So my running mileage, in terms of mileage, is like 30-40 km, maybe close to, maybe the highest was 50. I'm talking about the build up from November to in March. All right.
Okay.
So that's the kind of mileage that I'll be running, but there's a lot of hard cycling as well, and also some long cycling to gain some endurance. And I felt like my leg muscle are getting really stronger. I cannot fit my jeans, skinny jeans, at that time. So that's an increment in terms of muscle mass and strength. And I'm also like quite pleased with the 5,000 meter timing that I did just before taking a off season break. It was like 16:30 or 20 something. So with that kind of mileage, on running, I feel like cycling has been quite helpful. So last time I had to run like maybe 70, 80 km so that I could get that kind of time.
Yeah.
But cycling has been helpful in terms of boosting up the aerobic fitness without too much of a impact on my legs, because I'm still dealing with the other leg. The other leg has gone, but the other leg still
Right.
bugging me. So
Right.
still maintaining that cycling as part of training. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, no, very good, very good.
Yeah, you should start cycling as well. Maybe get a foldy for a start.
I get an electric scooter, maybe. Are you entered in Powerman? I can't remember if I asked you before.
No, I haven't registered. If all goes well, probably I'll email the organizer and try to ask for a slot. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Which do you enjoy more, cycling or running? I wanted to ask.
Both are quite enjoyable. Cycling has a thrill of going fast on the saddle. I mean, like always been riding bike and cycling when I was a kid. I quite enjoy it. So I have that, the childhood feeling coming back. So it's quite nice. But the not so nice thing about cycling is, it's quite dangerous. I had one crash, stitches. So I never had stitches before. So for the first time in my life. That's and cycling can take quite some time. Maybe if you decide to cycling, or it takes half of your day on weekend. So because of the commute to set up and the location that you're cycling, and cycling, you have to, like, if you're running 10 km, you get this kind of boost in your aerobic or effect. For cycling, maybe you need longer time to get the same amount of so you had to put a lot of time. So in terms of time, you have to spend a lot of time for cycling. So that's the only thing that I don't really like about cycling. Yeah.
Plus all the time for your photos, Instagram photos.
And also the expenses for cycling is just
yeah, not cheap.
Not cheap,
okay. Yeah. Okay. What else did I want to ask you? I think that was about all of it. We've got 3 questions that we ask everyone. I'll just quickly fire through those. They're short answer ones.
Okay.
So, what's your favorite Malaysian food,
Azwan? It's roti canai or nasi lemak. It's just hard to decide.
Well, I want you to decide which one.
Roti canai, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And what is one sporting event, if you were able to enter anywhere in the world, any sporting event, what is the one that you would love to participate in?
Berlin Marathon. Yeah.
Right. Why?
It's flat. That's where the world records has been rewritten. So I think that's and I have run a 10 km race in Berlin. It was crowd. It's just different, like compared to KL, So it's just full of support. So that is nice. So yeah.
Okay. And what is the one thing you love most about sport or about running?
I think the people that you met along the way. Many interesting people, people, and they have been really helpful in outside of running as well. In terms of career, there are people advising me in terms of financial. Like taking medicine. In terms of banking, loan and stuff and all that. So that's one thing. Good about being running. You just meet unexpected and lot of different type of people. And it takes you places. Like you went to Berlin, went to South Korea, went to Germany, all because of running. People just So those are the good things about running that I feel.
Yeah. I agree with that last point very much. I think runners are a little bit mad, but quite good fun. And
I mean, you wouldn't be in Gobi this winter. If not because of running, he's just mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's very true. And the people I met there were all completely crazy. It was great fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I first met you, Azwan. It was when was it? It was in a race in that Newton race. I can't remember when it was. It was probably about 8 years ago. And you
Was
know,
it the raining heavily?
oh, I cannot remember. Yeah, I think it might have been. But anyway, we've obviously bumped into each other a lot of times over the years, and
Okay. Yeah.
it's been really good to see your
Uh-huh.
progress. You've improved a lot. Then you had a bit of an injury issue to deal with, which is tough, and great to see you coming back and doing so well.
Thank you,
I'm
Jeff.
sure you're going to be kicking my ass in November, but we'll see. Maybe I can still fight with you.
You're very different from when we met last time. You are just developed into a really good, solid timing. So hats off to you as well, Jeff.
Yeah,
For
we'll have a
that.
good battle. My problem is I've got 22 marathons to run between now and
And yeah, good luck with that.
that's not going to help. But anyway, anyway, really good to chat to you, Azwan. We'll put this out on as a audio file and a video file. I'm sure lots of people will be keen to hear what you've got to say. And yeah, we all look forward to seeing each other soon at a race, I'm sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. So thanks for your time. Bye, Azwan.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. See you. Have a good day.